Yo, what is up, guys? It is yours truly, King Gates, and I'm here to give you guys a Black Clover review today where I'm going to be talking about episode 128. This is entitled To the Heart Kingdom. First off, we start this episode off with a no banger. And what I mean by a no banger, we kind of start off slow. The first half of this episode starts off slow, almost like a setup, build up to what's to come. To the Heart Kingdom, so I think. So the beginning of this episode pretty much just has Asta telling Yami everything that he learned when going with Gordon. Remember when they went to Gordon, they learned more about curses, devil magic, and all that stuff. That's when we learned about Megula regarding Noel's mother, and then we learned about Asta and Gordon, how the Heart Kingdom had a very strong curse and devil magic, essentially, in their kingdom. So Yami learning this, he pretty much said we can't go to the Heart Kingdom at all because they have true defenses set up to the point where we just can't go in there willy-nilly. So they turned to Mimosa because Noelle remembers when Mimosa went there when she was 13 years old with her older brother. Asking Mimosa, they pretty much get the clearance to go to the Heart Kingdom. Now, before this, we finally get a reunion with Finro and Longris, and it's safe to assume, safe to bet, safe to believe that Fongris, I was going to say Finro, Longris, Fongris. But it's safe to assume that Longris is technically a good guy. He's fine, he's happy. He's trying to treat Finro more like a brother, to be more appreciated in a sense. He just couldn't believe that he was able to do everything he was able to do and still get saved by his brother, his older brother at that. And I think he's still coming to realization of how everything essentially happened. And I thought that was such good closure, that was such good closure for Finro and Longris as well, just to be fighting over like a girl and not like actual serious things, not pumping holes in each other, you know what I'm saying? But either way, great reunion, great closure for both Longris and Finro. Now we move on to the Heart Kingdom. First off, I thought the entire Black Clover gang, the entire Black Bull gang, were going to go to the Heart Kingdom and we going to just ransack them and find out more about the devils and cursed magic. No, we're not. I honestly did, but no, we're not. We got Asta going, obviously. We got Finro, obviously. We got Noelle, obviously, and then we got Mimosa pretty much set up the whole trip, and then you got to count on Nero. Nero is going too. Now, this is where things got really exciting really fast. Mind you, we're going on a ship. We went on a ship, and this is where, oh my God, I didn't think things were going to move as fast because we're on the ship, and it might be we're 10 to 11 minutes within the episode, in, okay? This is where things get super fast. We're learning a little bit about the Heart Kingdom. We kind of see it from a distance. It's honestly, to me, really luxurious, really beautiful. There's so much great stuff in terms of just the magic, the techniques, the trees, the water, everything. Everything is kind of combined. And when we learned more about the queen, I shit you not, me and Asta had the same thought. They was the queen is strong. He was is it similar to the witch's queen? Or, what is this? Who is this? A queen is able to pretty much protect the whole entire kingdom by herself. Or we should call it the queendom. You know what I'm saying? Where the girls bow down, that's them round, and it's no, I'm joking. But that episode in particular, towards the second half, things just started going fast to the point where Gaja just jumps right down on the ship. Now, mind you, I'm thinking everything's going to be smooth. Everything's going to be smooth because prior to that moment, I assume, we get the queen. Now, I'm not sure because all I saw was the water spirit and her name's Udine, but it was a figure of her, not exactly the water spirit that we saw when Asta was battling her, but it was a figure of her. But then they said the boy with the devil and cursed magic is here. We need him at all costs. That's when they send Gaja. I didn't think Gaja was going to start going crazy 2 minutes after talking to Mimosa, talking about, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to need to just do A, B, and C. Yo, he literally sends Asta flying with a water technique, and Asta goes straight down this deep pit of freaking water, and now he's battling Udine, who's a spirit water. I don't even know, man. But it got really wild. It got really wild, really fast. Very fast, to the point where we almost seen Black Meteorite, okay? We seen Asta going into his part demon form or whatever, and he's battling out. Nero had to help Asta because he was shackled underwater, and then Asta was able to find the person who was actually behind all the attacks that he was getting unleashed on. Like, it was crazy. Then Gaja was battling Finero, Mimosa, and Noel. And this is where things were getting confusing, because he was like basically acknowledging them and talking to them in like stages of power. So it's like stage 3, stage 1. And then next thing you know, Udine, the water spirit, she's like, the strongest stage is stage 0. And that's when we looked at Gaja. Gaja unleashes a technique where it's like a lightning-based technique. It's yellow lightning. It's very, very strong. He looks strong. He looks to be in a dark triad, because I remember seeing him actually in this similar battle in the opening. So he looks to be in the dark triad, but he unleashes his attack. I believe it's called like lightning something, and the blast is really strong. Now, I feel like he definitely condensed the blast because he looks stronger than what we've seen the blast go at, but to me, I think he condensed it just because of everything around and whatnot. It didn't work though, because when you got, and I even said this in my live reaction, when you have Finero and Mimosa, who are like heavy support characters in terms of just the spatial magic and healing magic, and then you got somebody like Noelle who's kind of ascended to that strong like range, because she was stage 1, strongest is stage 0. She was stage 1. She had Valkyrie, okay? Her Valkyrie gear was on and popping and ready to go, and she was actually able to use her water dragon magic and take down Gaja. That's when we ended that fight right then and there. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't even know if he really got hurt, but Gaja is down. After that, we move on to Asta. Asta is trapped underwater, but Nero does save him with her magic. I believe it's like sealing magic or something like that. Now listen, Asta's a beast. Why I say this? Because right when he's done, the fluidity of Studio Period, as we all know, he goes straight for the source. Go straight for the source and slice it in half, bro. Slice it in half, and then that's when the episode ended. I'm trying to understand, why did we go crazy this whole entire episode? It's crazy. Like, they didn't need to do that. We could have had a slow burn. We didn't need to have all this. But I'm grateful. That's pretty much it for this review. Everything that was lined up for this episode, I have no qualms about it. I have no qualms. I have no gripes. I have no grimes about it. Everything was very good from top to bottom. And for them to go to the Heart Kingdom and for things to kind of just start up like this, like, I love it. There's no wasted motion. There's no wasted motion when regard to Black Clover, and especially within the Heart Kingdom. They're going to get the job done. They're going to do what they're going to need to do to find out more about the devil magic, and to see them already do that quickly and fast, that's great. I just can't wait to see the other Black Bulls come in and go into the Heart Kingdom. I know that's going to be, if it's going to be the whole entire Black Bulls, that's amazing. But when is that time? I just need to know. But that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know what you guys think. And until then, I'm going to see you guys later. It's 1, 2, 3 with Ricky, a.k.a. King Ace.